Hi everyone, how are you today? Good? Good. Then say hello to your friends sitting next to you and ask, how are you feeling today? To your partner. Start. So good. Today we will read a fun newspaper story. This will be done in 3 stages. First, we will predict what is going to happen in the story before we read the story. And then we will read the real story. And then finally, we will do some group work. And this newspaper story we are going to read is based on a true story, which was reported in several British newspapers in October 2008. So let's do a pre-reading activity first. Before we read the story, first we will predict what is going to happen in the story. Here are some clues. Look at the screen. Your job is to speculate on the story on the basis of these clues, using these clues. Now look at the clues on the screen. Let's read the clues together. There are setting, characters, and phrases from the story. First, setting. What is the setting of this story? Yes, the street outside the Richmond jewelry shop. Actually, it happened in southwest London. This is in southwest London. And the characters. Let's read it together. 2 young men with sledgehammers. Sledgehammers. What is this sledgehammers mean? Sledgehammer is a very big, heavy hammer. And a pensioner believed to be 83 years old, and 50 onlookers, and Gabriel Hunley, a shop manager, and George Wilson. And some phrases from the story. I've got your DNA. Do you know what DNA is? Yes, DNA is a genetic material so people can be identified from a sample of their DNA. For example, in your hair, in your blood, or in your sweat, there is your DNA information. So if you look at the drama like CSI, I guess maybe you may see the DNA testing. And Rolex watches, very expensive watches, and snatched the balaclava from one of the criminals. Do you know what balaclava is? Balaclava is like a ski mask. It covers someone's face, so only their eyes can be seen. Covers the whole face. This is balaclava. And last scene, getting on a number 17 bus. And without him, they would have got clean away. Got clean away means made a clean escape. So these are the clues. Now, why might someone say, I've got your DNA? What does this mean? I've got your DNA. And who do you think you got on a bus, number 17 bus? Who do you think got on a number 17 bus? Can you guess what happened? Good, now make up your own stories to fit the clues and discuss your ideas with your partner. Using the setting, characters, and some phrases from the story, try to guess what happened in the story. Use as many of the ideas on the screen as you can and write down the story on the paper. Don't worry about making perfect sentences. We can look at the grammar later, so just have fun writing. You can simply narrate your stories. And if you can do it, you can create the dialogue as well. Okay? Do you understand? Then I'm going to ask some of you to tell your stories to the class. So I will give you 3 minutes to prepare your stories. Start. will walk around, and if you have any questions, catch me out. Now, are you finished? Who wants to tell the story to the class? Oh, Jimmy? Very good prediction. Good job. Any other volunteers? Yes? Good job, good job. Whoa, you guys all have different endings. That's very interesting. Now let's vote for the best presentation. What was the most interesting story to you? Now let's move on to the next activity. Look at the next page of your handout. Look at the picture. What is the man holding in his hand? Yes, hedgehammer, a big hammer. And the window was broken, right? Now, skim the whole story very quickly and choose an appropriate headline for this newspaper story. I will give you 2 minutes. So, what is the appropriate headline? Let's read it together. Brave pensioner foils raid on jewelry store. Good. That's the answer. What does foil mean? If you foil someone's plan, you succeed in stopping them from doing what they want. Okay? Now let's read the story and see what really happened together. Starting with this row, each person can read one sentence. So you can begin, Jimmy. Read the first sentence, please. And next, Kevin, it's your turn. Read the next sentence, please. So we have read the whole story. Did you enjoy the story? What happened in the end? Yes, the pensioner was the raid, and the robbers ran away. Now let's do a group work. Look at the next page of your handout. Did you all make groups of 4? Good. Now look at the worksheet. There are some comments of others who read this story. What is the news mainly about? And what comes to your mind when you first read the story? And what do you think about the news? After you read the comments of others in your handout, and then you share your own viewpoint and your own opinions about the news with your group members. And write down your comments in the blank. I will give you 5 minutes. So start. Now are you finished? Now let's do a next activity. Can you find this sentence in the text? Look at the screen. There were 50 people looking on without daring to interfere. Why do you think this happened? Have you heard about bystander effect? It is also called Genovese syndrome in Korean. It is also called Genovese syndrome. And the bystander effect is that larger groups are less likely to act in emergencies. So in this story, there were 50 onlookers just stand by and failed to stop the robbers. When they fail to help another person who is in trouble, we also call it bystander effect. So let's fill in the blank. What are some other examples of this bystander effect? Yes, school bullying can be also the case of bystander effect. Now, in groups, discuss reasons why the bystander effect occurs and come up with solutions. Are you finished? What are some possible reasons? Yes, because there are other observers who, so individuals do not feel as much. Are you finished? What are some possible reasons? Yes? Good. Because there are other observers, so individuals do not feel much pressure to take action. And so what are some possible solutions? What can be the solution to this bystander effect? Yes, we always assume that if you always assume that you might be in danger as well, then it will be helpful to overcome bystander effect. Any other solutions? Good. A victim must be proactive and request specific help from specific individuals. Now, all of you guys did a great job.